Hi, I'm Chris Frankland from General Atomics. I work on the commercial side of the business to support the Grants ISR project. One attribute of in situ recovery mining that I talked about on the nuclear fuel cycle panel this week was progressive rehabilitation. This means that for ISR operations, you do not have to wait until the end of the mine life to begin and complete rehabilitation on depleted well fields, returning the land to what it looked like before mining started there. The US now relies on imports to meet over 95% of its uranium needs. Often, much of the supply comes from risky countries, non allied countries, and this needs to change. Just as we cannot look away from legacy issues which have happened here in New Mexico, we also can't ignore that innovation and new best practice exists for in situ recovery uranium mining. The Nuclear in New Mexico Conference is bringing together a diverse set of stakeholders for dialogue. This is required to gain social license to operate in the state, acknowledging what's happened in the past, but certainly looking forward to the future. General Atomics Grants ISR project is a large, long-life uranium production center which will meet up to 15% of the US's uranium demand over a 30-year life. One conference participant this week aptly named New Mexico the strategic energy state, which really resonates because it's produced 340 million pounds of uranium in its past and has over 400 million pounds still in the ground, and it will be a strategic resource for our country going forward. Grants Energy elected to be a sponsor of the Clean Energy of New Mexico Conference because it's part of our journey of dialogue and community engagement. This really brings together a diverse set of stakeholders from government, community, uranium projects that are being proposed, as well as Native people, to have an understanding and learnings across those communities to reach and move forward. Venues like this are important for Grants Energy because we are able to provide a transparent forum, an open dialogue forum to ensure that people are heard and learnings are taken on all sides of the issue. The conversations we've had here this week are important because everyone needs to listen and learn simultaneously to navigate a complex issue. Uranium mining in New Mexico is complex in the fact that it has a legacy of past practice which needs to be addressed, but also a strategic opportunity for future generations here to become an important part of our nation's energy security. What excites me most about the future of nuclear energy and New Mexico's role in that is that these are generational jobs, generational opportunities. We're talking about at our project a 30-year life. That means training and employment and a tax base for that period of time. And that really kind of changes the reflection of an economic outlook for towns, cities, governments, and the state to feel confident that investment can equal opportunity. One word I would use to describe this conference is learnings, right? Learnings can come from listening and speaking and contemplation. So for me, that kind of encapsulates what all sides, all voices are trying to do here this week. My biggest takeaway from the conference this week is that we're on a journey. We're on a path together. That's a diverse path with diverse voices and viewpoints. But collectively, if we continue to listen to each other and learn together, I think there is going to be success for all parties ahead.